All right, so Francis, let's start
Yes.
off. Tell us about Lozilu. Tell us, what it's all about.
Yeah, Lozilu sparked an interest in me. It's a little over a year ago now when I sat down with my now wife and said, all right, we're getting into, I want to design this fitness event that is just super accessible, getting people moving, and really just break down as many barriers as possible. And as we were looking at different ideas, the mud run and obstacle runs definitely came up, and I just loved the concept of them. And so when we decided to launch Lozilu, making it a women's only event or women's focused event was truly just to try and get as many people who were kind of on the fence about mud runs to try a mud run. Because it just really breaks down fitness to the grassroots level, just like running, but like even further to the whole idea of like playing like a kid again.
Right.
Like you're on the playground, you're with your friends, and fitness is just a part of it. And so that's where Lozilu came from. And that's who we aim for. We essentially say we're a beginner mud run.
Okay.
We are the gateway run to every other event out there for people who never thought they would do something like this.
Right.
And so that's where we see our place in terms of how we fit in, even with Warrior Dash and Spartan and Tough Mudder. Like, those guys have done awesome things. Just awesome things for the whole industry, and really pushing the boundaries and pushing people as far as they can. But everyone's got to start somewhere.
Right.
And that's what we're all about. Start with us and then move on. We're cool with that.
Now, why only women? Why women and why not men too?
Yeah. So Warrior Dash was kind of was a big inspiration to us. They put on these really large scale events, and still, to a lot of people, that's still an intimidating event. You guys are super fit guys, so to think that that's hard is challenging for someone that has been active for so long. But if you take your step back and say, I've been on the couch for 10 years, I really can't run a mile, let alone 3. That's still too much of a barrier to a lot of people. And so we said we wanted to create that event. And with the women's aspect, we felt like they were still intimidated by the co-ed events.
Right.
And so that's why we went with that concept, was to say, all right, there's this segment that's just still doesn't want to try out mud runs or obstacle runs. And that's why we decided on the women's aspect, because I feel like guys are really good at pushing one another to do something they're not comfortable doing. And so women are more easily opting out, especially at that beginner level. There's all sorts of excuses, and so we wanted to make those excuses for them to say, come on out, give it a shot. You can walk. If you can walk a 5K, you can do Lozilu.
Right.
We want you to do all the obstacles. We scale them, so different varying levels are going to have different challenges out there. But if you give it a shot and you can't do it, I'm okay with you going around it. Just getting them out there is the first step, and then getting them back, whether it's back to our event the next year, or it's to a road 5K, a 10K, a Warrior Dash, a Spartan. It just hopefully sparks a little bit of.
So it's a stepping stone for them. All right.
Yeah.
It's funny because a couple of weeks ago I was, I covered the color run.
Right.
Which is like a simple 5K here in LA. Basically running around some color stations that throw color at you. And I was talking to the PR girl there, and she mentioned the same thing. It's more of a kind of like a stepping stone for people who aren't really crazy into fitness. It's for all levels, and it's a way of getting them started. So it seems like that's kind of like the plan for you guys to And that's why also you made it, like you said, more comfortable. It's just women. Sometimes they don't push each other as much as we do, and so that's the way it started, I guess.
Exactly.
And what's funny is that she said that in that race, 70% of the demographic are women.
Sure.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, we see that. There's a lot of interest in color run of our participants and vice versa. So we see people that try color run and it gets them out of their comfort zone, and then they're more willing to try an obstacle race from there. So we're all kind of feeding that same desire to just get people moving.
Right.
Nice. So as of 2012, from your launching from your first event, how big have you guys grown? I mean, starting from your first event to now, I mean, it could be like thousands, right?
Yeah. So it was interesting. Like I come from a marketing background, triathlon background. I used to, started triathlon when I was like 16. I loved events. I loved the whole spectacularness that is like Ironman and all that stuff.
Right.
And so, I've been a part of so many big events, and I had done a couple hundred people events. But when we delved into Lozilu, our first event was in Phoenix last year, end of March. So it's been less than a year. Right. And that event, we had about 1,200 people there, which when you go from a couple hundred to 1,200.
That's a big step, yeah.
So just from that execution standpoint, there's a lot more details going into it and logistics and all that good stuff, the business stuff that I love too. But we did 8 events last year, and we're all over the country. We're in the Midwest, we're on the East Coast, we're down in Florida. And that we averaged about 1,000 people per event last year in our first year. And then this year we're hoping to double that number going forward. So, and add more events. So we're up to 13 events this year. And we're hoping to have about 1,500 to 2,000 each event this year.
Man, that's a lot of females.
It is.
We can't go in there though.
I know, right?
You guys can go with spectators at least.
Yeah, spectators, come on out.
So, what are your plans like for the future? Are you guys like perhaps going to have some kind of like a championship for like the best of the fittest females or something?
Sure. So yeah, because we have this kind of like inclusive aspect and ideas to get people into fitness rather than necessarily test their fitness. We're tossing ideas around right now.
Right.
So I doubt it's going to be some sort of a championship type thing, but we are thinking of we're getting these people into fitness. We're loving what we're doing. Let's give them some more. So whether that is, another mud or obstacle event that's just maybe a little bit longer, or that's a half marathon, which we have a lot of interest from that. A lot of our ladies that just, it's their first time. We get a lot of just first timers, period. Like first time event anything. And so it's, it's a whole new world we're opened up to because of us, and that's awesome. We definitely want to say, you love what we did with the Lozilu Mud Run, come out and try this other thing. And so we're definitely tossing that around. We really honestly don't have a defined answer because we're just getting started on this year's events. And so it's like, we're thinking to next year, but we haven't really nailed anything down yet. But I think 2014 will be something in addition to the Lozilu Women's Mud Run. So
nice. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Gotta keep growing. Gotta keep doing things.
It's funny because seeing all of these like women. So now we're gonna have like male cheerleaders, right? Cheering on their wives and girlfriends and stuff.
Exactly.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Going back towards your actual charity. A lot of these mud runs, it's actually towards charity. Some of them are not, but I like the ones who actually do give back. So let's talk about Life. Why do you guys choose Life? How did it impact you guys?
Sure. Yeah, it's actually Leukemia Ironman Fundraiser for Eric is what it stands for. It actually started out of the Janus Charity Challenge that Ironman does. My buddy Mike from college started it, and his brother had recently, his younger brother had recently been diagnosed. This was, wow, I don't know, 8 years ago or so, something like that. So his brother got diagnosed with leukemia, and so he decided to raise some money on behalf of his brother, and it kind of just grew from there. And so when we were launching Lozilu, we really wanted to give back as well. So not only that whole like getting people into fitness, but also we're so fortunate to be able to participate in these events, and I'm so fortunate to be able to put on these events that I wanted to help at a higher level. And so Life is just such it's a cool organization, but it's really small. And Mike's mom essentially kind of runs it now. Mike's brother recently passed away due to leukemia.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of a tough year last year because of that. But they're still all about it. The whole family's still supporting it. And the idea is really just to help young patients who get diagnosed who can't really afford to pay their bills to help them pay their bills. As everyone knows, you got insurance, but maybe
that only covers so much.
deductible, right?
Yeah.
So it allows, what we do is we really, people can go to givetolife.org, and on their website they can apply for financial assistance, and we look at really who has the highest need out of our applicant pool, and then we try and help them as much as possible. So like the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society does a great job. Like helping a lot of people a little bit, and that's one of their things. Is they're so big that they kind of have to just help everybody, and so because of our size, we can be a little bit more specific and we can help, and it truly changes these people's lives. It's like super inspirational because they really. It means so much to them when you can give them, $1,000, $2,000 to help pay, all the deductible on their insurance, and they can get the treatment that they couldn't otherwise. It's just, my problem's got to go away when you start talking about that stuff. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Now. Do you guys try to bring them out, bring the patient out to the actual event and present it to them right then and there in front of everybody?
Yeah.
Or
I would love to. It's one of those things where we love to do that. But a lot of these patients are currently being treated.
Right.
A lot of them are, since depending on where we are, we don't say we're in Phoenix this weekend. We're going to tie together some sort of local patient who needs our help. We just look at all our applicants, regardless of where they live.
Right.
And that's just kind of depends where they're at. If they're based in Denver, that office in Madison, Wisconsin, in the Midwest, so if they're nearby, we love to shake hands and meet the people and really get to know them. But a lot of times it's just phone calls and a lot of phone calls, and then help them out.
That would be awesome if you could actually go up to their door, like one of those prize-winning,
the biggest share. I'd love to do that. I think that should be my new job.
There you go,
Take more time off and go do that. It'd be good.
So going back to the obstacles, any inside tips for these ladies, like how to get around, what to do? I know you had some kind of training materials.
Yeah. So we, Lauren, who's one of the co-founders, she's a big personal trainer, so she's designed this great, Couch to 5K, mud run-esque take on that Couch to 5K program. And so people love it. It starts at walk, run, and building it up until they can actually run a full 5K, truly from zero fitness to be able to have that. So that's pretty cool. And tips wise, if you can't do something, ask your friends for courage, motivation, or help, and you'll probably be okay.
Nice.
Because that's what it's all about. Just like with the bigger, the harder events where you guys are going shoulder to shoulder, and you got your buddy motivating you over the wall or through cold ass water or whatever it is. It's
Don't
the
even
same
talk
thing.
about cold water. I had an issue with that in Tough Mudder.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just the same type of thing, but it's just as hard for them as it is for a more extreme obstacle like for you guys. And so they need the encouragement, and we got great volunteers out there cheering them on too. So it's cool.
Nice. So pretty much to summarize it all up, Lozilu is all about getting the people out there like a stepping stone to like other activities, getting the ones who are scared to do them, but hey, give this a shot. It's a family-oriented type of deal.
Definitely, yeah. We like families to come out there, and we're working on that too, trying to get some little mini obstacles for the kiddos to play around
definitely
as well. So I don't think we'll have that ready for Phoenix, but maybe in LA we'll have that ready.
Nice. Well, we'll be there definitely, to talk to you guys as well, and it'll be great to, meet you guys in person, I'll have my staff over there running. I'll probably be on the side cheering them on, wishing that I could go in there, but we're like, go.
Oh yeah, it'll be alright for you guys. It's a really fun event to come out and watch, and just see these ladies push themselves and just acting like kids again, smiling and just having a blast out there. And that's why we do it. Even if during it we're not happy, right, afterwards we get that smile, right?
Of course. Other than that, hey, you know what? Thank you for giving us the time to talk to you and get to know more about Lozilu. By the way, I love the name. I love how you guys came up with the name. I think that was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, the ladies in our lives, they're important. So
right.
That's all about. Thanks again, guys, and I look forward to meeting you next month.
Yeah, definitely. Just right around the corner. Just right there.
It's coming up fast.
Awesome, man. Hey, you have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Nice talking to you, man. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right.